I want to ask that how to deal with the anger, because whenever I get angry, I used to throw things and everything, and the worst thing is I maybe shout at people.
Yeah. So how to control anger? Sit down. After asking the question, feel free to sit down. I don't want to waste my time to tell you to sit down also, right? So let's talk about anger. How many of you think that anger cannot be controlled? Cannot be controlled? Holy, so many people cannot be controlled? Okay, have a sit. Let me ask a simple question. Can you show anger to the principal of this college? Now think about it, right? Ma'am, I'm just giving you an example, right? So whoever says yes, some people will say yes. Now principal is there, you will say no, right? See, what you got to understand is that you are never ever going to show anger to someone who's more powerful to you, or if it is very important for you, or that person is needed in your life. Okay? So that means anger is 100% controllable. Once I went to a local college, I told the same thing. The principal was not there. One of the guys came, said that no, I can show my anger to the principal also. I say, okay, agreed. If there's 5 gundas in front of you with a stick ready to beat you, will you show anger? He said, yeah, I'll bring my team also and I'll go showing my anger. I say, okay, agreed. But if someone takes a gun and puts on front of your head and tells you, I'm going to kill you if you show this anger, when life is on the line, 99% who wants to die will die. That's a different thing, right? But 99% of the people will control their anger. So when your life is on the line, 99% of the people will control anger. So whoever says anger cannot be controlled, it is just to justify their anger, right? So I can show it, it's okay. Now let me give you my definition of anger, right? Indian English dictionary or science can have different meanings to anger, but my definition of anger is quite very simple. It is something you have suppressed along the line. It can be irritation, or it can be a suppression. It can be something which actually bothers you internally, or something which you think is not being liked. You suppress it, and with time you tend to throw it out to people who's weaker than you. Not stronger than you, people who's weaker than you. That's anger. Now next question is, okay, that's good. So now everyone can see me and I'll be cool. So let that go off. So when you talk about anger is like a pressure cooker. Everyone knows a pressure cooker? So as babies, we were all that calm water which is stored in that pressure cooker. Everything goes fine. Do you want to walk around and stand and talk? Walk around? Okay. That's fine, your call. Whatever your call, I'm going to do it. Okay. I think that's echoing with that. You can just turn it a little bit on the other side or whichever side. So anger is like a pressure cooker. When you have this pressure cooker, what happens is everything is okay when that water is calmed down. Okay. So everything is okay. Okay, now that's better. Everything is okay when it's calmed down. The water is in that pressure cooker. It's okay. But what happens is we tend to put this pressure cooker underneath a flame. The flame can be a lot of things. Flame can be someone calling you a bad word, or someone calling your mother or father. Flame can be someone irritating you. Flame can be someone making fun of you. Flame can be some kind of a pain. You have seen old grandmothers just angry for no good reason. Have you seen that? So they have some kind of a pain they didn't take or overcome, due to which they tend to show it through anger, which means they're releasing it out. So you have this flame, and after what happens is this flame slowly boils this water, and then the whistle comes out. The whistle is what you call as anger. The fun part of the whistle is that whoever is closer to that whistle gets hurt. Normally it's your family members or your close friends, or people who are weaker than you. But then when you use your anger to your family or to your friends, they are going to stay and go away from you. And when you go away from you, that is when you feel alone. And when you feel that alone, maybe you might improve your anger. That is the process. Or some you will die with the anger. So what's this flame all about? A long-term suppression. For example, someone calls you a bad word. What do? You go back with all the bad words you know. Right? Namely, you call your mother, you call her mother, and you go mother, fight, pressure cooker. What happens when two pressure cookers boils together in competition? Both is going to exhaust water and you're just going to burn, right? But my question is, so that's the flame. And the fun part is, most of the flame is triggered by outsiders. Outsiders will come, switch on the flame and they will go. You will whistle within your family. So what you got to do is, for example, an outsider, when someone calls you a bad word, you go back with all the bad words and get all pressured up. My question to you, when someone calls you a bad word, if you give back a smile, what happens? Right? You call me a bad word, I smile. You call me the next bad word, I smile. What can they do? So what I'm doing, I'm shutting down the flame. But some flame is very powerful, they'll keep continuing. Right? When they keep continuing, what do I say? Hey, repeat, it sounds very good for me. Right? Again, I'm shutting down the flame. I try my best to shut down. This is what facing negativity with too much of positivity, that negativity has to self-destroy. Right? Some people will still continue. Then what I'll say, I'll take a chair, have a sit, you also sit, finish all the stock you have. Right? You have 100 words in your stock, finish 100 words, be happy. Right? So when you go against negativity with so much of positivity, the flame has to subside automatically. Right? So find solutions. So whatever you have, this irritation, now many irritation can happen. In childhood, your parents didn't treat you well. In childhood, you had a bad teacher who really hit you hard. In your college, people made fun of you. You have an inferiority complex. You think you are not good enough. You think you are feeling bad that what the world thinks about you. All this builds up. You don't share it out. You don't clear it off. Slowly, it shifts to something called anger. And you justify it by saying that I am an angry person. I can't control my anger. Did I answer the question on anger? Anger is clear. So there is a flame in everyone's life who has anger. Shut down that flame or find the answers to that suppression you have been building up for a long time and find the answer. Got it? Is it answered? Anger? Anyone? Now, if there's something I'm saying which you don't believe or which you want to counter, feel free to counter it also. You have heard that no, anger is like this, anger is like that. Challenge me also, so that you clarify the doubt. That's, as I said, I want to clear doubt 100%. You should say my doubt is clear 100%, then only I'm going to move. When I say, did I answer? If you say yes, I believe it's 100% understood. Right? If there's even a smallest of the doubt, ask, so that you get the complete answer and then you don't need me to figure out your anger problems. Go ahead, more questions?